Okay, cool. So what we're going to do, we're going to basically, this is the first part of the video, right? Where we're going to look at all your first degree connections, and we're going to see how we can take advantage of the first degree connection so that, we can take the message of Stepup.One to all of our first degree connections. So I'm just going to take me as an example, and I'm going to explain this. But whenever you're seeing my profile and my connections, just imagine I'm talking about your connections and your profiles, right? I think that's really important, right? So so first, let's just quickly talk about my connection. So I have 19,482 connections, and each of them have their own things, right? So so we have to be a little bit careful about who we reach out to, right? So the way I do that is I typically like to analyze my connections on Sales Navigator, because it's so much more better. So I come to Sales Navigator. This is LinkedIn Sales Navigator. I go to search, click on any button, doesn't matter, right? And then I select my relationship. If I select first degree connections, all my 19,482 will come here, all of those, everything. So I have all my connections, 19,000. So obviously, who do I want to talk about Stepup first? I mean, I can ideally talk to all of them, right? But it is better to talk to, the people who might.
Sorry, Anis.
Yeah.
Sorry, Anis, to interrupt. I'm very sorry. But would you please go back a little bit?
Sure. Go back where?
Like where you started for you to reach here.
Okay. Okay, cool. So see, LinkedIn, right? It has two things. Okay.
Yes.
This is the normal LinkedIn. Everybody knows normal LinkedIn, right? I mean, I'm sure you all know your normal LinkedIn. So basically, right? We have LinkedIn. All of us have a profile. I have my own profile. I have my own network, right? All these things is for everybody. It's free for all of us. We don't need to pay any money to be a member of LinkedIn, correct? But LinkedIn also has a very powerful product called LinkedIn Sales Navigator. None of you will have this Sales Navigator with you. None of you, because it is something that you have to pay like $60 or $70 to get a license. Okay, but all of your clients will have LinkedIn Sales Navigator, or most of them will have LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Okay, so I will try to explain. I'm assuming. Okay, let's assume that the person that who's going to become our client or volunteer for Stepup does not have Sales Navigator. Okay, I think it's a great thing you did. You stopped me. So if you don't have Sales Navigator, then just go to your connections. Okay, these are your connections, and then what you can do, you can try to filter these connections in an interesting way. So you can basically say search with filters. I hope you can see this particular thing. Click on the search with filters, and then you can say you can remove some of the companies that say, for example, I want to start with the United States first. Okay, show the results. So I have around 4,000 people that I know in United States. Okay, maybe I can just start with the United States, and then maybe I can look at a few more things. For example, their current company. I don't want I don't know whether I can exclude this, but these are some of the. I mean, I want to only talk to people who speak English. Maybe, I don't know, right? And so on and so forth, right? So think of this as a way to find out which set of people that I will talk first before I talk to everybody and anybody, right? So so basically you can click on show results, and it will show you all the people in the United States, and then you can say, okay, I'm going to talk to all of these people in the United States. That's what I'm going to do. And then what you can do, it's very simple. I'll start with this person. I mean, typically you will never, for example, if you go down, you will only have 100 things here, and each page has only 25 results, and there are only 100 pages LinkedIn will go to. So if you go to the 100th page, okay, you can still see all your connections, from the United States, and 100 pages, each page has 25. So how many people you can see maximum?
2,100.
Exactly, 2,500, right? So, but then I have 3,900 results, which means I have to do something to reduce the number of people to 2,500, because in a LinkedIn, you will never be able to see more than. Francois, I'm going to put you on mute if you don't mind. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so you can only see 2,500. So basically, I'll need to reduce these results to a little bit less than to the same. So what I can do is I can do two things. One, I can it's not like I don't want to do. So for example, I can go to IT services first, okay, and look at how many people. Oh, bingo! Only 1,800 people, right? And I can talk to all the 1,800 people, right? Using this method. Once I have finished telling all these 1,500, 800 people what it is. So how am I going to tell? So for example, my first hit is Sanjay. How am I going to do that? I'll just simply going to say message, click on this message, right? Yeah, okay. So you can basically, let me just take somebody else. Let's say Deva. Okay, I have nothing written to him so far. So what I will tell, how do I normally introduce Stepup? I have a message, the way I introduce. So I go to the message. I have, all these things, I'll share it with you properly, but this is a place where I keep all the messages so that, everybody knows what to do, etc., right? So so basically I can take that message, and because these are people that you already know, you can have a little bit long or message. Okay, so this is the message that I share with most of our things. It's a little long like this, right? Hi, this name, it's hard to believe that it's already been like this. Okay, it's a big message, but if you want to take a smaller one, there is also a smaller one, right? We can think about it, but don't worry about it. It's just a message. The message says, hello Deva, I'm it's hard to believe that it's already been 2.5 years since we began at Stepup. I was a part of this journey for the last 1 year. I was inspired by this, and I did this. This is what we do, etc. Basically, this is the message that we need to craft for sending it to all our first degree connections. Okay, so let's say this is the message. I'll copy this message. Okay, I'll come to the place where I was doing this. Okay, so I'll expand this Accenture, right? So Deva, I can just say paste. Okay, so then I say hi. Obviously I will not say this thing, right? I'll put Deva, remove the client first name, right? I can even remove the whole client name, right? So then it's all there here. This for is not a good thing, so I remove it for. And my name. I mean, my name is obvious, right? So I can write my name. So this is my message to Deva. I then send it. Is that clear? I mean, I just actually sent this message to this person. I know Deva very well, so he wouldn't mind me doing it. So Well, this is my first degree connection. I just sent him this message. Are you guys with me? Any question? So you can do it for all your first degree connections. I'm sure every one of you have your own first degree connections. I will give you this message, and you should be able to send it to your friends, business colleagues, etc., etc. Is this clear, guys? Clear to everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, it's clear.
Okay. You know what is the biggest challenge in this? Not this thing that I just did right now. Can somebody tell me what is the biggest challenge in this? You remember first I have 19,000 people in my list, correct? But right now I have only 1,000 people, 1,800 people. What happened to my remaining 18,000 people, right? Can you tell me what is the biggest challenge in sending? I have to send this message to all my 19,000 people, all of them, right? One by one. But what is the biggest challenge here? So what? I mean, sending the message is not a big deal. It's almost like, copy, go to the next person, click on message, paste, right? Just change the name, SD. Oh my God, what is this latest message? You got it? Yeah. That's it. Second message is gone to my next one, right? But what is the big deal about all these things? Can somebody tell me what is there is a big problem here.
Yeah, I think like sending one by one is going to be hard work. It's going to be too much, but the first way that you sent one message to 250 people at once, I think that is the best, the importance of using this strategy. Yeah.
No, who's this? Sorry, can you just tell me your name so that I know who's talking?
Yeah, my name is Patrick.
Oh, Patrick. Okay.
Yes, I
Cool.
was saying that the first strategy that you use to send one message to many people is the best one. I think.
Sorry, when did I do that? I don't, because there is no way you can send, you mean posting, is it? Like posting the message in my LinkedIn?
It's
Because
not.
I didn't send it to 250 people. When did I send it to 250 people?
Sorry.
No, you said the first strategy, I sent it to 250 people.
Yes. Like you, like it's as if you're going to the list of your connections, and you select people that you want to send the message to, and then you had already the message. You copy the message, and it's already sent to automatically to all those people, instead of just going one by one.
No. No, the messages never go to anybody automatically. You have to send them one by one. It is slightly painful, but you have to remember one thing. Each one of these person could become your lifelong client. Each of them. So when you imagine that each of them could be your lifelong client, each one of them could be your lifelong, employer, then the effort sounds nothing actually, right? It's a very, very, easy thing to do. I'll tell you the complex thing, right? The complex thing is to figure out how do I split my 19,000 connections, by talking with, let's say, Shubhajit today, into multiple batches of 2,000 people each, right? Like who are the most important people? Okay, let's start from them. Second list, third list, fourth list. So Shubhajit has more than 12,000 people, which means you have to split them into 6 different lists. Are you guys with me? So basically what I've done right now is one list. So I can, this is that list. Control C this list. And then, I can just try to keep it in a I'll just keep it here. I'll move it to Excel properly later. So this is my list one, right? That URL basically. So anytime I come to this URL and click this URL, I will get my list one, which is this 1,800 people. Okay. Then what should I do? Again, I have to look at my filters, right? How it was basically US IT. Now I have to choose everything else other than IT, right? So yeah, so this is the biggest problem, in this method, because in Sales Navigator I can do this like in 20 seconds because it's so easy to do this, whereas in normal it's a bit tricky. So what I've done now, I got only 960, which is good. So if you know what I've done, let me show you one more time. Okay, this is my first degree connections, all the people in the United States, across these industries, computer, software, financial services, across all of these industries, I have just 960 people, and in IT I have 1,800. So totally around 2,900 people that I have. Okay, so if I remove this also, my US should show me 2,960. Yeah, that's the problem here. I'm missing a lot of people because there are some additional filters. So we need to figure this out actually. Because, ideally, if let's say when we do this for Shubhajit, he probably will have hopefully less people in US. And then we can try to some of.
I can share my profile.
Yeah, can you share yours? Then it's easier to, because this is the toughest part. To split them into batches of 2,500.
Right. Okay, so I'm sharing
my. Can you share your screen? Yeah.
You've disabled participant screen sharing.
Okay, let me just make it available.
Okay.
Settings.
Yeah, but I understand that because LinkedIn Navigator is expensive.
It's expensive, which is why. How do I?
You should try and partner maybe with LinkedIn and see if they could give us discounted rates for.
Exactly. That's my.
Like you've done already with the other companies, I think.
Yeah. This is mine only, right? I don't know why it is not letting me share the screen.
It might be a master setting on Zoom.
No, it's just maybe the kind of.
Or if you give me control, if you do a right click on my privileges, I think.
Yeah, you are participants. Huh?
Yeah.
Right click on more and then make host. Yeah. See.
Okay.
See if you can. Yeah, I've made you host now.
Got it. Yep, it's working.
Oh, cool. Okay, now you can share it.
So this is my screen where I don't have as many connections as you, but 16,000 and so many contacts and people I follow.
So click on your connections.
Yeah.
Can you just reduce the resolution of your screen actually slightly? Just go to or not resolution, just click on the 3 dots of the Chrome Explorer on the top. Yeah. And then reduce it to some 70 or 80.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, as you grow younger, you want to see everything in big and bold and beautiful, right? So.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So here are and then search
with filters. Okay, just select the US and let's see what happens with the US.
Yeah. So you and I have lots of common connections.
Okay. Okay. Location US. Yeah.
Okay. So I will have more. So it's around remember, because I'm in the US, so I have lots of. But I could go different. Okay. So let's say if I want to meet my old friends at Infosys, just to say hello to them, right? So it's 106. Who are first connected.
Yeah. And, no, my only problem with this approach is it's so small that see, the problem is I need a way to do this mutually exclusive, right? But completely exhaustive.
Yeah.
You understand, right? When you, because I want to be able to put okay, so go to this thing, okay, and maybe go down, because because you're not able to remove somebody, right? We can go industry by industry. Let's not get boggled by this.
Yeah.
Let's go with IT services first. What do you say?
Yeah, that's fine. 6,400, it's come to 2,100, right? You
Best. This you can you can easily do this 2,100.
Yeah. True. And what you were saying, yeah. So if there's a message which I'd like to send, so like for example, the message I sent yesterday about Stepup, right? This is the I had sent this one, right? You may be aware of my passion for I'm volunteering my time.
Shubhajit, we're not able to see the message actually. You're showing something?
Yes. Sorry, I think it's sharing my screen. It's a different screen. Maybe that's why.
Okay.
Oh, this is the WhatsApp screen.
Okay.
This one.
Yeah.
Right. So this is the. So, I mean, it's something. Right, which you and I were.
Yeah.
A message like this could go out to all my friends.
Yeah.
That I want to let them know about my involvement with Stepup. As an example, right? The whole point is that how do we get started in promoting Stepup?
Right. So what we will do, if you can just copy the, so we can easily go for you US IT, and then US everything else, right? Because I think that's the best we can do. So we can start. I mean, is there any the best way to start, Shubhajit? It's a good brainstorming for you also. So typically, what I'm seeing, the people who will give us business, definitely IT is a great place to start, right? Definitely, because they are all people like you and me, and everybody wants to do social selling.
Right.
Correct. But also the other industries are not that bad, so we can start with some of them as well. But let's start with the IT industry. What do you say?
Yeah, that's fine. It's a
okay. Let's now that's the first one, and we can take the URL of the first one, and we can save it. What about the second one? Computer software management. Maybe if you click all four, you still will not have 2,100. Just see, because I'm pretty positive it won't be that many. Yeah, all four is only 2,000. So your first list is IT, the second list is all the four, and then maybe you can do a third list where you can add other industries basically.
Right.
Which is show why the other go to all filters. Go to all filters up, and then go down, and then add other industries. Come down, add industry. So now we can just, if you type something, it will come retail, because you have so much more connections, right? Yeah, the issue with this is, anyway, let's worry about this little later. Maybe it's not, but I think it's pretty straightforward. This is the really very simple. We've got the message, we've got the video for Stepup, we've got the message for Stepup, we've got the first degree connections, and we are simply going to go and tell them, look, here is Stepup.one. Would you like our services? That's it.
Right.
There's nothing dramatic about this. It's a great cause. It's a superb results. It will deliver seriously good business impact for you. Work with us. That's it.
Yeah.
Right. Now I'm going to pause here because if we're going to do two things, right? I'm going to stop my recording also here because this is the first part of the thing. I would like one of you from this group who's attending today to do this job on behalf of Shubhajit, because what we have figured out is when Shubhajit is reaching out to his connections, the chances of us getting a job is 10 times more than, we reaching out ourselves, because, these are established relationships of Shubhajit, right? And therefore the chances are, so much more better for us to do. So we are going to have one of you, do this job, on behalf of Shubhajit. Okay. It's a lot of work, but I think you have to imagine that every time you do this, there is going to be, just to give you a sense, right? If we do this job thoroughly, out of from the 15,000 plus people that Shubhajit has, we should at least have 150 jobs from just Shubhajit alone, right? Shubhajit, that is only 1%. You have 15,000 people connected with you, Shubhajit. Okay.
Yeah.
I want just 1% of your connections to be able to give us the job.
I see, right? What you're saying.
It's
a friend. So it's a referral in a way, because
in a way,
yeah.
Right? Yeah. And it's amazing for you because you're really, this is not some selfish, some bullshit thing that you're doing, right? You're doing this, as a good cause. So it ticks every box that you can possibly tick, right? It's a great cause. It's your own people. It your own standing, and it gives you the result that you want. Okay, so this is not some kind of a simple exercise, guys. Okay, this you have to get at least 150 jobs from just this one exercise. Okay, that's how important this exercise is.
I found one filter just by using the word alliance, right? So because I have, and this might actually be more interesting for specifically for Stepup rather than IT or management consulting. These are so just to introduce myself. I mean, I wear the role of sales and business development, but I also wear the roles of partnership. And there is a completely different ecosystem of people who are in the world of business partnerships. Sure. And they're very senior. They work across industry verticals. And maybe the Stepup story will appeal to them because they also have a orientation towards creating partnerships and so on. And they work across verticals and they're very senior. These are individuals who can possibly be,
Shubhajit,
yeah,
this is a brilliant master stroke. You extend this 908 from US to non-US also. Remove the US filter. This is what we should go first. We should go to every single person, all the 1,500 of these, who has a strategic alliances thing, because they will be superbly interested in this kind of a service. For connecting them to the right set of people, right? That's all we are doing.
Yeah.
And who's our number one client reference?
Me.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Shubhajit is a vice president doing this particular job for like 25 years now, right? And if we are working for him to expand this, we have to take a screenshot of your connections today, Shubhajit, and say, this is when we started. We started when Shubhajit had only 15,000 people. Okay. We need to show 6 months down the line that we have reached 20,000 people.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is a good plan, I think, because I have the content specific to Stepup. I think maybe in that I would rather just promote Stepup as part of the message which we want to communicate to the alliance professionals. And so just to let you know, Mike Leonetti runs the worldwide, he's the CEO of ASAP, which is the Association of Strategic Alliance Professionals. And he comes from the pharma industry himself. He has a very soft heart. He tries to see how he can help. So he will be a very good person. But the message I think I will craft for you, maybe a slight adaptation of what we made yesterday for Leaf, but promoting Stepup itself and say that.
Correct. No, it cannot be. No, it cannot be about Leaf. It has to be like a 5-6 sentences about Stepup, and a small video that goes along with it. That's it.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what we will do, and we can start with alliances, and we can slowly move to the other industries and other companies.
Yeah. So like I'm just going to see what the message which we put in, right, at Step Up, like this is what we're talking about. Just promoting this itself. Maybe what I would ask you is to create a message, and I'll help you draft that.
No, I will do it for you. I'll do it for you.
Yeah.
Because what we are doing, one of the things that we are doing, we are pivoting out of marketing.
Yeah.
Okay. We are pivoting out of marketing, and we are basically saying, look, we help individual business leaders, okay, reach their potential target audience through the strategic use of social media.
Right.
Okay. And nurture those relationships using marketing. So we don't do the typical marketing. We first create your relationships. We expand your relationships using social selling, and then nurture those relationships using social media marketing.
Yep.
Right. It's an individual, focused service rather than a brand focused service or a company focused service.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what I think we need to really, bring it out, in these guys, right? Okay. So let me just
summarize, Anis, because I was speaking with Jean-Baptiste yesterday. I was speaking about maybe retail stores who want to get more customers to buy product, right? So in a way you are marketing or selling. But here what we're doing is slightly different. We are trying to sell an idea to my contacts, a great idea about how my contacts can help a good cause. That good cause is Step Up.
Correct.
And what we're trying to do and what we are asking them is, can we speak with you? Can our team help you with promoting your business or your customer's business? And so that way it's like a viral, which means we are trying to explain to others that we have this fantastic engine of associates in Kiziba and in Kenya, who can kind of take, in Kakuma, who can take this message forward for you, right? So, I'm so happy because I in the beginning I wasn't able to understand how I, as an individual, can be a customer as in one way, but actually be a vehicle for growth for Step Up. So I think thank you for the session today, and
absolutely
everyone for joining.
Absolutely. So I'm going to pause this because we're going to move to the second part of our conversation.